Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhaktavrinda.
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Someone please read.
I can read?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. The word bhakti can be used in 10 different ways. One of these is sadhana bhakti, or occupational devotional service. The other 9 are varieties of prema bhakti, love of Godhead. Those who are situated in the neutral position attain perfection up to the love of Godhead. Similarly, those who are situated in the relationship of master and servant attain love of Godhead to the stage of attachment. Those who are related in friendship attain love of God to the point of fraternity. Those who are in love with God as his parents are elevated to the point of transcendental emotion. But only those who are related with the Supreme in conjugal love can experience the highest of ecstasy. These are some of the different meanings for the word bhakti.
So as a living entity, depends which relationship it is. Relationship of neutrality. Of course, it's also a loving platform. The love is there. But as we go from love, then from a relationship between master and service, the love is more. And that's the reason the living entity is serving. Then, when it comes to friendship, the love is even more. So then, in friendship, the living entity is serving Krishna in neutrality, as a servant, as well as a friend. Then, as a parent, becomes even more. As a friend, as a parent, as a servant, all are there. And conjugal love, that's why it's called highest, because it has all the other four: neutrality, servitorship, friendship, and caring for the lover as a parent cares. So all the ecstasies can be experienced in the Madhurya Ras, all of them.
The Lord next explained the different meanings of Itam Bhuta Guna. Itam Bhuta indicates full transcendental pleasure, before which even the transcendental pleasure known as Brahmanand becomes like straw. In the Hari Bhakti Suddhodaya 14.36, a devotee says, Tvat Sakshat Karanalad Vishuddhabdi Stistasya Me Sukhani Gospatayante Brahmani Api Jagat Guru. My Lord, O Supreme, simply by understanding you or seeing you, we derive a pleasure so great that the pleasure of Brahmanand becomes insignificant. In other words, the pleasure derived by understanding Krishna as he is, as the all attractive reservoir of all pleasures and the reservoir of all pleasure giving tastes, with all transcendental qualifications, attracts one to become his devotee. By virtue of such attraction, one can give up fruitive activities and all endeavors for liberation and can even abandon the intense desire to achieve mystic power through success in yoga. The attractive power of Krishna is so intense that one loses respect for all other means of self-realization and simply surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Yeah, when we have the real thing, then we don't want the inferior thing, right? When we have the real one, then we don't need the fake.
True.
So, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
we don't care for the fake. And so, what is this verse trying to say? It says that even by reaching on the Brahmanda platform, means understanding Brahma Bhuta, I am the spirit soul, that happiness is still insignificant compared to happiness in Krishna consciousness. Being with Krishna is so much more. One can experience so much more happiness than just understanding that I'm a spirit soul. Being with Krishna can give us so much happiness than by just getting some mystic powers. And we'll say, but why am I not able to get this kind of happiness? But we are. That's the reason we are continuing, no? We can't be so difficult on ourselves. We are continuing. We are continuing to hear and chant. Why? Because Krishna is attractive. That's the reason we continue. Otherwise, why would we?
It says here, you give up the fruitive activities. You don't care for the fruitive activities, like, what the reaction or what you do, right? Is that what it
Yeah,
means? Mm,
you don't get the reaction of yeah, because the pure the devotee does not want to engage in fruitive activities. He just wants to engage in Krishna service because he's so pleased. He's so happy just being in his relationship with Krishna that he
right.
doesn't want to. He doesn't want anything else. So it doesn't mean he doesn't work. He's doing all what is needed. Outwardly, we will not even come to know because he's doing everything, but only his intention is I'm doing it for Krishna's pleasure.
Right.
Yes.
Next, the Lord explained the word guna. In the Atmaram verse, guna indicates the unlimited transcendental qualities of Krishna, primarily, primarily those pertaining to his Sachit Anand form. In his transcendental blissful knowledge and eternity, he is fully perfect, and his perfection is increased when he is controlled by the attention of his devotee. God is so kind and merciful that he gives himself in exchange for the devotional service of the devotee. His transcendental qualities are such that his perfect beauty, his perfect reciprocation of love between himself and his devotees, and the fragrance of his transcendental qualities attract different kinds of transcendentalists and liberated souls. For example, Krishna attracted the mind of Sanak and the other Kumaras simply by the aroma emanating from the flowers offered to him, and he attracted the mind of Shukdev Goswami by his transcendental pastimes. The minds of the damsels of Vrindavan were attracted by his personal beauty. Rukmini's attention was attracted by his bodily features and transcendental qualities, and the mind of Goddess of Fortune was attracted by his flute playing and other transcendental features. In this way, Lord Krishna attracts the minds of all young girls. He also attracts the minds of elderly ladies by his childlike activities and the minds of his friends by his friendly activities. When he appeared in Vrindavan, he even attracted the birds, beasts, trees, and plants. Indeed, everyone became attracted in love and affection for Krishna.
Krishna, all attractive. So he is attracting us. And then, this is so beautiful. Krishna, he's God. He's completely perfect. He's completely perfect, and his perfection increases when he's controlled by the attention of his devotee. Now, how can we understand that? He's completely perfect. Completely perfect means there's no room for any more perfection, right? And yet he's becoming more perfect when he realizes his devotee loves him so much. And he's controlled by the devotee, and he likes that. You see, we are always telling others, don't control me. Let me do whatever I want to do. Why you bother? You do what you want to do, right? Why are you looking at me? You mind your own business. But here, Krishna, he is feeling more happy when he's controlled by the love of his devotee. And that is Krishna.
He's giving himself to Krishna, to his devotees, right?
Yeah, yes. He's giving himself. Yeah, he's God. He's God. And yet, he has so much love for us, so much compassion for us. In spite of what we have done to him, we have offended him, but nothing. He doesn't keep all that in his heart. He's like, you love me, I love you, that's it. His perfect reciprocation of love between himself and his devotees. So let's see, how did he attract the mind of Sanak and the other Kumaras?
The fragrance from the flowers, the aroma.
Yeah.
Said it.
And Sukadev Goswami?
His transcendental pastimes.
Yes, that's right. Sukadev Goswami heard Bhagavatam from his father. And Bhagavatam is full of this nectarian pastimes of Krishna. He got attracted. And the gopis of Vrindavan.
His bodily features, his beauty.
Yeah, yeah. It's very beautiful to look at. We say, oh, this one is so handsome, this one is so handsome. Here, Krishna, by his personal beauty, is attracting the gopis. And Rukmini?
His flute playing, right?
Flute playing is the Lakshmi ji. Rukmini
sorry.
Rukmini was because she would hear about him from Narad Muni, about the qualities of Krishna and about also his beautiful, like he's so beautiful to look at. So his qualities and his beauty both attracted her.
Okay.
So how does he attract the minds of the elderly gopis?
बाल क्रिया से
क्या करते थे?
बाल क्रियाएं बोलते ना,
Childlike activities.
चाइल्ड हाउस,
Steal the butter.
हाँ हाँ,
मक्खन चोरी करते थे, ऐसे मस्ती करते थे. So
मस्ती करते.
And with his friends, he would play all this, hide and seek and all these games which they used to play, pretending to be birds or whatever. And he also attracted the heart of the birds, beasts, trees, and plants. So he attracts everyone's heart. Let's continue.
The word Hari has different meanings, of which two are principle. The name Hari indicates that Krishna takes away all inauspicious things from the devotee's life, and that he attracts the mind of the devotee by awarding him transcendental love of Godhead. Krishna is so attractive that anyone who can somehow or other remember him becomes freed from the four kinds of material miseries. The Lord gives special attention to his devotee and banishes the devotee's various sinful activities, which are stumbling blocks for the advancement of devotional service. This is called rooting the influence of ignorance. Simply by hearing about him, one develops love for him. That is the gift of the Lord. On one side, he takes away inauspicious things, and on the other side, he awards the most auspicious things. That is the meaning of Hari. When a person is developed in love of Godhead, his body, mind, and everything else are attracted by the transcendental qualities of the Lord. Such is the power of Krishna's merciful activities and transcendental qualities. He is so attractive that out of transcendental attachment to him, a devotee will give up all four principles of material success: religiosity, economic development, regulated sense gratification, and salvation.
Hari. Why is Krishna called Hari?
Because he takes away the inauspiciousness, awards
Yes.
them with transcendental.
Takes away inauspicious things. And I'm sorry, I couldn't hear the other.
And awards them with love. Is it?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
transcendental
that's right.
love. Yeah.
Yes, transcendental love. Yeah. He's so kind just by hearing about him. By hearing about him, our cleaning is going on. It's like, when we put soap on our body, then we get clean. So Krishna is like a natural purifier. By hearing about Krishna, our dirty things are going away and we are getting love. Not so he's not like an ordinary cleaner. With ordinary cleaner, only cleaning happens, but we don't fall in love, no?
Yeah.
So here the sins are also going away, and then our love for him is being revived. I don't understand why I saying four kinds of materialisms. What are the four kinds of materialism?
Should be three, right?
Oh, is it there's birth, death, old age, and disease?
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Could be
Yeah.
that. Right?
I was thinking, what?
Yeah, even I was thinking there should be that Adhyatmic and, Adi Bhautik and Adi Devi. Yeah, but it's,
That's
right.
right.
Correct.
Four kinds: birth, death, old age, and disease. So this is Krishna. And then power of Krishna's transcendent activities. And Krishna is so attractive that the pure devotee, they don't care for dharma, artha, kama, moksha, because they have the highest pancha artha, the highest.
The words api and cha are adverbs and can be used for virtually any purpose. The word cha or and can render 7 different readings to the whole construction.
Continue.
Yeah. The Lord thus established the import of the 11 words in the Atmaram verse, and then he began to further explain the verse as follows. The word Brahman means the greatest in all respects. The Lord is the greatest in all opulences. No one can excel him in wealth. No one can excel him in strength. And no one can excel him in fame. And no one can excel him in beauty. No one can excel him in knowledge. And no one can excel him in renunciation. Thus, the word Brahman actually indicates the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. In the Vishnu Puran 1.12.57, the word Brahman is said to indicate the greatest of all, the Supreme Lord, who as the greatest expands with no limit. One may conceive of Brahman's greatness, yet this greatness grows in such a way that no one can estimate how great he actually is.
Look here, because Lord Chaitanya is explaining this Atmaram verse. Now, what was the Atmaram verse? That those who are self-realized, those who are liberated, that even they get attracted to hearing and chanting about Krishna. when they get attracted to pure devotional service, because Krishna is much more sweet than just being on the Brahman platform. So can anyone say, I am greater than God?
No.
And if one really says that, what will we think? Think, my dear, you're sadly mistaken. I have to correct you, right?
Yeah.
See, Krishna is the greatest. None of us can be greater than Krishna. So it's the greatest, the Brahman. He's the Brahman. He's the source of the Brahman. No one can, we cannot understand how great Krishna is. We can only understand to the degree he allows us to understand him, because he's unlimited. We are minute. So how can we be able to capture the unlimited in our tiny hearts or our tiny minds? To the degree that he reveals himself to us, to that degree we can understand him.
And he makes us realize, he shows us his supremeness is because how much, to the degree that how much we surrender, right, to Krishna.
That's right. Yeah, ye yathamam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajami aham. Yes. As one surrenders to that degree, he is rewarded.
Yeah.
So the
He
more
reveals
we
himself.
surrender, the more we will be able to understand Krishna. But at no point we should think that I will be able to completely understand Krishna. We will completely surrender to him. But Krishna is much greater than that. Does that make sense?
Yes. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is realized in three aspects, but they are all one and the same. The Absolute Truth, the Supreme Personality, Krishna, is everlasting. In Srimad Bhagavatam 2.9.33, it is said that he exists before the manifestation of this cosmic world, that he exists during its continuance, and that he continues to exist after its annihilation. Therefore, he is the great soul of everything. He is all pervading and all witnessing, and he is the supreme form of everything.
So how is he all pervading? Which feature of his is he all in which feature? By which feature is he entering all the atoms, even in our hearts?
Is the Garbhodakshay?
The Paramatma feature. He's all pervading as he's Paramatma. Yeah, you can say Garbhodakshay. It's the same, Shirodakshay actually. But there's no difference between Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshay, and Shirodakshay. They're the same person. But as the Paramatma, he is all pervading and all witnessing. He's in our heart, he can witness everything. And he's before the manifest. We read this a couple of times. It was repeated in Bhagavatam. Now we can see why Bhagavatam was repeatedly trying to tell us of creation, so we can understand the position of Krishna. Otherwise, we think, I'm the creator, or there is just some material law is there, or some universal law is there. But it kept on repeatedly, Bhagavatam, the first three cantos, kept telling us the position of Krishna in creation. So as we were just speaking about the realization, Krishna, he's unlimited, but we will realize him to our full satisfaction, complete bliss. We are completely happy with whatever Krishna reveals to us, even in the perfect stage. It's not that the devotee is feeling dissatisfied or there's something that I don't know about you. Like on our material relationships, you may say, hey, what are you hiding from me? What you're not telling me? No, but there is no this kind of a dissatisfaction in the pure devotee. He's completely happy, completely satisfied in his relationship with Krishna. So you want to read this para or stop here? I'm okay with anything.
We have 4 minutes.
Okay.
I think maybe
So
we
we can
could speed. Yeah. There are 3 different kinds of transcendental processes mentioned in the Vedic literature by which one can understand and achieve that supreme perfection of the absolute truth. They are the process of knowledge, the process of mystic yoga, and the process of devotional service. The followers of these 3 processes realize the absolute truth in 3 different aspects. Those who follow the process of knowledge realize him as impersonal Brahman. Those who follow the process of yoga realize him as the localized supersoul. And those who follow the process of devotional service realize him as the supreme personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. In other words, although the word Brahman indicates Krishna and nothing else, still, according to the process that is followed, the Lord is realized in 3 different aspects.
So what are the 3 different processes and the 3 realizations of those processes?
One that realizes the Lord as the impersonal, the Brahman. Then the other one is the Paramatma feature.
Yeah.
The third one is Bhagwan.
Yeah. And by which process we come to the Brahman realization?
Brahman realization is the process of impersonal, right?
Yeah, by the process of Gyan.
Yeah.
By the process of speculation, speculative knowledge, speculation. And how can we realize the Paramatma feature?
Process of yoga.
Soul.
Yeah.
What is the process? Yoga, that's right. The yoga process, meditation. And how do we realize Krishna as a person?
Devotional service.
That's right. Thank you. Thank you. It's all Krishna, but it's just the realization is either partial or complete. Yeah. So we'll stop here for today.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening and joining in. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta ki jai, Hare Krishna.